Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Monday. All right, guys. Well, if you don't know, let me just remind you today is the day where we're doing hot, messy topics, and we have a lot of things to go through. Do you guys realize that Jen Shaw gets out of prison in literally like not tomorrow, but Wednesday? Is that it's wild? Like, how much wild. We're going to get into that hot, messy topics. I'm filming this before, but Summer House also just came out with their trailer, and Southern Charm also has a lot of drama. So, since they kind of go hand in hand after Craig and Paige decided to, I'm not going to make finger gestures, but like do the deed. Yeah, I think that this is very appropriate to mix the two. So, smash the like button, show some love. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed, and let's jump right in. All right, guys. So, of course, everybody's been waiting for Summer House, and we were kind of wondering what Summer House was going to look like this season. I guess just because Paige wasn't going to be there laying in her bed. That is no shade. Paige is doing absolutely phenomenal. And no, we're sending all of the love to Paige. So, I just want to make sure that we know no shade at all to Paige. Do not come for me. I actually had a trainer at F45 who was like, I don't like the way that you talk about her. And I was like, okay. So, getting back into it, the new trailer reportedly showed a lot of major drama. And it seems a lot is between Amanda Batula and Kyle Cooke. She accused her husband of spending the night at a fan's apartment, which is a claim that shocked a lot of the other castmates. Even Ciara was like, you need to show this motherfucker what's up and you need to leave. Mm. On the night of Kyle's DJ set, and at a later after party, people allegedly saw Kyle and his wife's co stars reacting to the conflict, suggesting that the accusations caused a lot of group tension. I agree with that only because I always look at it like this. When you have any sort of group situation, if you have one person inside of that group who is sad or mad or bringing negative energy, it's sort of cancerous and it affects the rest of the group. So I feel like you have to cut them out. And I apply that to all facets of my life. Like, I feel like there are a lot of things, whether it's, parties or gatherings. Even my birthday, like 2 years ago in Charleston, I cut a lot of people out just because I didn't want the negative energy and I didn't want it to affect other people. And still, people came with their negative bullshit energy. So, yes, it does affect things. Now, Sierra Miller, she reportedly reacted with horror, calling Kyle's alleged behavior fucking insane. And the marital issues, they don't stay private. Amanda voiced concerns on camera about Kyle's new role as a traveling DJ, late nights and partying. Obviously, that's not good for the relationship. That was the one thing that she wanted him to get away from. And of course, he leans into a career that totally leans into the late nights and partying. What, like, you had to have known that this was going to go bad, right? Like, it doesn't take a genius to figure this one out. But some of the emotional breakdowns, those were teased. Amanda's shown crying, questioning their compatibility, their chemistry, and their intimacy. And she seemed to imply that Kyle's actions, like sleeping at a fan's place, made her sort of rethink their future. But the trailer also hinted at physical altercations because it seemed like Kyle reportedly got into a fight with another cast member who would be Carl, suggesting that maybe the tension spilt over beyond just Amanda and Kyle. And that could be true too, because sometimes like when you're good friends with somebody or you're best friends, you hold them to a different standard. And also, like, especially if you have like hetero men, like boys will be boys and sometimes just fight it out. I mean, I have three very straight brothers, and sometimes they're, and I know this isn't okay, but sometimes their resolution to something is like, okay, I'm going to punch you in the face. I'm going to let you punch me back, and then we'll move on. I'm like, what in the kind of resolve is that? I have too much money in my mouth. You're not punching me in the face. But on a wider level, the season appears to be setting up as the most dramatic yet as far as Summer House. Marriages under pressure, there's trust issues, there's public accusations, cast breakdowns. They were all framed around Kyle and Amanda's relationship. And then also, if you guys didn't see, Jesse Solomon seems like he's wanting to make a play towards Ciara Miller. And Ciara has a past with Wes, and Jesse is best friends with Wes. So that's going to be weird too. I actually cannot wait. I don't cover Summer House because I feel like it's like covering Below Deck. I feel like it's like the same shit that happens all the time. And it's in such a condensed situation. So I kind of find it harder to cover for a long period of time. I think it's like better for short form content, but you guys could disagree with me. Anyways, we have to move on to the Southern charm of it all because drama is happening over there as well. Here we go. Now, moving on. What we know is Molly O'Connell said some about season 11 and her fallout with Shep Rose. She said that things did not work out with Shep, implying that their relationship or their dynamic during filming that kind of came to an end. And she mentioned that there was a pop-off moment for season 11, suggesting that there's some big reveal or confrontation or even a dramatic highlight involving her this season. But Molly revealed that she was credited under a different name, Sarah, on the spin-off companion show Southern Hospitality, a detail that fans may have missed or maybe even found confusing. She's not the only one, though. I don't think that she has to explain too much when it comes to Southern Hospitality because Sally Carson also was on Southern Hospitality and nobody's giving her shit. She was also on The Bachelor. She's been on a few shows. And yes, while she has an incredible career, doesn't mean that she hasn't been like just like jumping the reality show bandwagon, because she has. But Molly seemed to reflect on the experience candidly, acknowledging that there were some problems with Shep, while also recognizing that being on the show, and also credited differently, added complications to her public identity and also her storyline. I'm just curious what you guys think at this point. Molly, I like. Sally, okay. I kind of think, in my personal opinion, I feel like Southern Charm has sort of run its course. And I think that the new Vanderpump Rules is going to change the trajectory of Southern Hospitality. But I think that Southern Charm needs to go into a different direction, being the Real Housewives of Charleston. And I honestly, truly, I do. I feel like it needs to be headed by Madison LaCroix. But those are my opinions. I want to hear what you guys think, guys. Pop off, smash the like button. If you guys are not subscribed, get subscribed. We are getting ready for the holiday season. And yeah, we'll see you so very soon. Love you guys.